because we didn't make games, but the attitude and many things was good. But second half we punished them in transition, but they were better in certain moments second half. But it's good to improve. It's good to improve winning 0-4.
We talked a lot about the new signings you brought in. How impressed were you today, particularly by those signings that came in, particularly Tijani?
No, all of them. The new ones. Tijani is an exceptional player, one of the best players in the Serie A. They have a rhythm unbelievable, and yeah, many things have been good. I would say for the first game, you never know. We didn't play much friendly games, in pre-season, but. In many things was good, especially in the first, second half we dropped too much, but maybe it's normal in the beginning of the season.
When you bring in new signings, then they have an instant impact. Sirski comes on from the bench and scores as well. James Trafford in goal, at Nouri as well, and they have an impact almost immediately. What is that telling you, and how satisfying is it as a coach?
Yeah, it was a lot of players like James, like Ryan Nouri, like Tijani, like of course Nico Gonzalez started a little bit last season, but not much, and of course Oscar Bob was injured all season last season and played really good today. So yeah, there are new players come, and yeah, we have bigger squad. We'll see what happens because we have to reduce the squad because it will be difficult to sustain the vibe of the team when many important players or many players don't play. But yeah, start is a good result, no more than that. Last season start against Chelsea, first game 0-2. And look what happened later. So be patient and improve. And many things are still going to better. But in general was good.
New players impressed, old players as well. Erling Haaland, a double for him today, and the fourth season in a row he scored on the opening day, and he seems to like scoring against Wolves.
Well, I don't know. So Erling is in a good tone. We felt it in the training sessions and the rhythm that he helped us, and yeah, in general, really satisfied with that.
I know it's really early and it's the first game, but did you sense a desire and hunger and perhaps an energy that at times you struggled with last season?
Last season also we started with hunger and energy, but yeah, that's true that it started a little bit with the World Cup. United States, like we create a good things. Unfortunately, we could not went through because okay, football is like that, but yeah, so I don't have any complaints about how we are behaving, I would say, in the training sessions, but we see it's just the first game, so many points are still to play.
One final quick question. You spoke about Edison before the game. You've told us that he's been ill. There are some media reports tonight breaking that there could be interest in him from other clubs. Do you would like to keep him? Is he a big part of your plans? Do you know anything about it, Pep?
You are the first information you give me. I don't know. So the club informed me, he informed me, so I don't know anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
City didn't win the Premier League, and yeah, that is our main goal, to win the Premier League, of course. Yeah, we all know what we want, and yeah, we are really sharp to reach that.
When you obviously knew you were going to be coming to Manchester City, was there obviously excitement, but did you feel a touch of pressure because they've had so many magnificent midfield players? I go back to sort of like say Yaya Toure, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. Do you feel that expectation, a weight on your shoulders? Because it certainly didn't look like it today.
Yeah, of course, you know what names, big names were in this club, but I think it was more a proud feeling that it gave me to join Manchester City, to join one of the biggest clubs in the world at the moment, and yeah, that's what I want to show, that I'm proud to play for this club, and especially with a lot of fun and a lot of love.
And it's been a great start, so good in fact that you are the Premier League Player of the Match. I think the trophy's approaching you as we speak. Congratulations, look after it, and hopefully many more to come.
Thank you very much, happy with it.
Thank you very much to Tijani Reinders. And guys, I know you were both hugely impressed with that performance. What is it? What is the detail of the way that he plays that works so well?
Well, firstly, you look at the two midfielders that played in that sort of deeper role today, Gonzalez and Reinders. Reinders, we anticipated, would be the player that has licence to do what he did in this game, but he looks like he's had a Manchester City shirt on for a few years in the way that, so smooth, connecting with his players, his teammates so early. You can see here, one of the assets he has, he's a ball carrier as well, and he can take the ball away from pressure, feed other players into the game, and then look here, just his running power into those spaces, finding his teammates, causing problems. I just think overall, you look at sort of all-round midfielders, early days at Manchester City, like I keep saying, but he seems to have that bit of everything as a midfielder, and really excited to see him progress through the season.
Jamie, you touched on it in your question to Tijjani Reinders himself about, coming in off the back of all those great Manchester City midfielders. He's not replacing Kevin De Bruyne, but is there a sense that he's replacing some of the things that De Bruyne could bring to the side?
Yeah, because you have to replace amazing assists, goals. Kevin De Bruyne for me was, one of the greatest midfield players ever. He's an absolute genius. Now, it's unfair to compare because they're just totally different players. Their head is up. They know where the ball's going to go. They just look so comfortable. I use the analogy, it's their friend. They just look like they were born to play football. And that's what he looks like so far. And it is still early days. But one of the other things now in football, which I feel is really fascinating, that it's not just about how good someone is as a footballer. When you're recruiting nowadays, you need to make sure they're a good person as well. Are you going to come in and do you want to be a footballer? Are you going to train well? Are you going to live right? Are you going to set the right examples in and around the training ground? And a lot of clubs are maybe getting rid of players because they feel that their attitudes aren't right. But when I look at him, the recruitment would have been not just because he's a good player. You do the back checks. Is he a good guy? Does he look after himself? And that's exactly what he looks like, because he looks like the perfect role model, perfect professional. And these parts of the game now are so important, because you're not just buying a good player. You don't want a player that's going to be 1 week a 9 out of 10, then he's useless in training and he turns up the following week he's 4 out of 10. He's going to give you consistency. You can just see it. And he's going to have bigger challenges when he plays against Liverpool's midfield, when he plays against Declan Rice and types of players that are going to be all over him. He will get more of a challenge. So we'll learn more. But as debuts go, it wasn't far off perfect. I thought he was magnificent today. And even his interview, it was a really nice interview and very sort of refreshing to see. But yeah, so far so good. But as we both said, it's still very early days, Kelly.
One of the other players who stood out was Rico Lewis, and he was really involved, particularly in the first half, is he?
Yeah, clever performance from him. We saw his touch map at half time. We know that, on the team sheet, he plays right back. Here we can see, he's not always playing in that right back area. He's got licence to roam into midfield. He adds numbers. It's all about disrupting the opposition's shape, and I thought Wolves looked really sort of organised, but we can see on the first goal the way that Rico Lewis impacts the game is magnificent, because if we just pause it here and just have a look where he is in this situation here, he's inverted. We know the inversion of a fullback is very fashionable in football, but probably why are we doing it? This is why we're doing it. Rico Lewis is one of the best at doing it. Look at the likes of Zinchenko over the years at Manchester City. He does it at Arsenal. Calafiori does it at Arsenal. But this is the way that Rico Lewis can impact the game. And I think what's so special about this bit of movement here, it's the recognition of space here, how dynamic he is in this space here, which drops off Wolves' back line and the midfield, the structure, just allows Reinders to just drive with the ball. And look how much space he's created here. He checks his run. He doesn't need him now. Bang, he needs him now. In the space, he attacks it. And then have you got the quality? Have you got the quality to provide? And Haaland, it's like he knows he's there. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
I think this is is it Moller Wolf? This is number 6. Watch what he does, because he knows he's got a major problem, because of the inversion there. So he's looking, thinking, right, he's causing me a problem, but there's my winger. So as that ball gets played into Reinders here, you can just watch him. He's looking now, he's checking that gap in that passage. Now watch what his body shape does. He completely loses, gets disorientated, he doesn't know what to do. Now he's thinking, right, Oscar Bob, I've now got to get in, make sure I come and mark him. He completely loses it. Now he comes around this way. Right now, that beautiful gap has opened up for him. And can he find him? No, he can't slide it, but he knows he can just do that scoop pass over the top. And that's all because of the body position here. And obviously the defensive, they're all over the place. Haaland causes a major problem as well, because he's in an offside position. Agadou doesn't know what to do, really. Does he follow him? Obviously, he doesn't want to go too deep. And Haaland goes back onside. But the play as well from Rico is fantastic. It's a brilliant piece of right back play when you talk about the modern day players. And a great cross across the face of goal, and an easy one one for Erling Haaland. But beautiful football all round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic from him, and he was such a huge contributing factor for Manchester City, particularly as we say in that first half. We know that the Reinders got his second goal, but we asked him about the relationships between the players and how they're developing in these training sessions and pre-season matches that they've been playing, and this is where you can see that come to fruition.
Well, you spoke, didn't you, Jamie, about Oscar Bob, and I think this piece here is the difference, that Manchester City have here. So Haaland sets the pressure. We just go back here. They've recognised the ball's gone backwards. Manchester City begin the press. Haaland sets it here, but just watch Oscar Bob here. He just sniffs the pass. It's a bad pass in here to Andre, and he's off balance, and this is a really vulnerable position for Wolves to be in as Manchester City are squeezing up, and perhaps this is the difference we'll see for City this season, the running power, the directness that they've got in this moment. And look where Reinders is here, and look where he ends up. So Oscar Bob here, really clever, that little Cruyff turn, he just spins, and he's got Haaland to his right, Reinders to his left. The weight of pass you mentioned, Jamie, excellent. And I just think the fact that he's taken this finish so early, I think makes this all happen. But just watch here, the keeping of possession for Oscar Bob, bang, they go forward. Look at Reinders exploiting the space.
Desire.
Absolutely desire. And then here we go, the finish. Sarr can't get set in the goal. The fact that he's taken it early is everything about this move, and that's where Manchester City, might they be more ruthless this season, we'll see.
Yeah, and the football intelligence as well from Oscar Bob, because sometimes you see it, the players, they keep dribbling. He gets it exactly right. He knows when the pass is on, the weight of it is perfect, and it's a brilliant finish as well.
2 goals for Erling Haaland in this game. Have we got used to him? Is that why it's taken us so long to kind of start to break down his game in this one? Yeah,
absolutely. But I want to talk about Reinders again here, because this is probably a good thing for any young, that's quite a nice stop actually, any young midfield player, anyone wants to play in midfield, one thing you always have to do is you have to have, I'm using that, the wing mirrors. You have to always keep checking your shoulder. Here he is in midfield here. Now, Wolves have obviously got a bit of a problem because they're trying to press. You can see Strand Larsen's going to go and press the goalkeeper. And it's always the worst nightmare. I think there's that, Andre, is that Gomez? That's Gomez there. So he knows he's got a player in behind him. Oscar Bob's up wide left and then Haaland. So they've pinned them back. But then with James Trafford, with his ability, it always gives you an asset. But just keep watching Reinders there. How many times he checks his shoulder? 1, 2. He's looking to get 3. Is that picture going to change? 4. Now he's going to move to his left. And as that ball comes to him, he brings this down. It's so good. Then he passes it out wide. And what we see a lot of the times with midfield players, as he goes to pass that one to Oscar Bob, sometimes they'll back up the play. Because of his, as Izzy is 100% right, because of his running power, as he pops it off, he thinks, you know what, I'll go again. They're not going to be able to mark me because I've got that pace, I've got that athleticism. And then what he also does here, he's now already checked his shoulder. He knows that Erling Haaland, there's a little look, the tiniest little look here, that is just going to find himself in a position now where he can reverse that one back to him. He said it in the interview, and that's a great finish. And when it comes back on his left, like Jose Tarr doesn't cover himself in glory, but Reinders does so well as well, is he, doesn't he?
He's fantastic, and you explained it brilliantly there, Jamie. And I think we spoke about James Trafford at the start of the game, and I think this is twofold up here at the top of the pitch here. So you've got Strand Larsen setting the press for Wolves, and you've got James Trafford, who's already scanning with the ball here. Just take that off.
You did not put your finger there on the touch screen. That's not where.
Bizarre.
That's not where you
bizarre.
did it.
Anyway, we're just looking here, and I think what's really clever about this pass from Trafford, because Strand Larsen doesn't press him properly. Okay, he gives him an extra second to pick out this pass that he ends up playing into Reinders.
He's pointing already, isn't
he? He knows it's coming. But the other thing about this is that makes it all happen for Reinders is just have a little look at Bernardo Silva's positioning as he enters there. He comes into the line of sight for João Gomez, and it creates that overload, that 2v1. James Trafford picks out the pass under no pressure from